rounding you up after I get all this.
You got a lot of ideas.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck, Red Flame.
Thanks.
Play hard.
Oh.
Lutzy,
Mr. Ackerson.
good luck. Good luck, Chris. Stop.
What?
Well, I'm.
We'll have to wear our shoes on the way down there.
I'm excited.
Instructions, I need. Where are they? Packed? Have they gone in?
Norman.
Just pack them first.
Starbucks. I know that's
Snapshot. Get another picture in a minute. Right in front.
So we better go get a couple more.
Like boys. It's in the car, but I'm not
okay, I got it.
The magpie and the whip.
Got it. You gonna get in there?
I'll try to get in here soon. Hi, Dawn.
Hello there.
job.
Good coach.
Get him, Tom.
Dead.
Mom, get out of the way! Did you see it? You got him? Yeah. Does it say record REC? Yeah. Got it.
I know it.
We're just going to throw it in the back. Oh, this is bleeding here.
Number 76, Blake Lindgren. At right guard, number 72, Brian Weshy. Right tackle, number 62, Todd Mulder. Right end, number 11, Jesse Smith. The quarterback, number 4, Rob Shaddy. At halfback, number 2, Seth Atkinson. At halfback, number 31, Mike McClure. And the fullback, number 3, Ryan Zeider. The captains on offense, number 11, Jesse Smith. Number 2, Seth Atkinson. The head coach of the Tigers of Liberty Center is Rex Lindgren. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us meet the...
Hey, Chris! Hey, Chris! Hey, Chris!
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midfield and the 50-yard line, where the captains and the officials are gathering for the coin toss. Now the officials today, the referee is Thomas Tillman of Mingo Junction. The umpire is Brett Willoughby of Tiffin. The linesman is William Bruno of Lima.
Anybody got any signs out there for the coin toss, Tom?
The opening kickoff. Incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, the start of today's ball game is officially 11:03. The game begins at 11:03.
It's 11 o'clock Saturday morning. It's Division 5 championship football here in Massillon, Ohio, the cradle of high school football here at Paul Brown Massillon Tiger Stadium. We've got the home team, the Versailles Tigers, certainly one storied classic team, Jim. 13 years. Of the last 13 years, they've been here they've made the playoffs 11 times, played in the championship game 6 times against our men in white today, the Liberty Center Tigers. Like the stealth of a lightning-quick striking ski patrol team at night, those Tigers in white today, the visiting team. You know, Jim, it's interesting. These guys didn't want to worry about tradition. They wanted to be in white. They wanted to show the crowd it doesn't matter what we got on. We're here to play football.
And Spike, not only that, the Liberty Center Tigers won the coin flip and deferred, much like we've seen them do during the balance of their season. So they do have great confidence in their defense, and I believe it's going to come down to the Tigers' quickness, the Liberty Tigers' quickness against the storied heritage of the Versailles Tigers. It's excellent weather for a football game. Our hometown fans are across the stadium from us, and we hear them lighted up as the Liberty Tigers go to their sideline, and we're going to see some good football, Spike. I believe the Tigers are peaking just right. They had a very good offensive show last week against Warren JFK, and I think this is the right time for them to be peaking as it would be.
Okay, now the interesting note, Coach Lindgren in his first and second years, knew he wanted to have one of the best programs in the state. So where did he go? But to Versailles coach Hetrick, who's been now at the school there for 31 years, certainly, you know, and a good man to go to, pick up some pointers. And here we are 14 years later, Coach Lindgren bringing his team again to the state finals. For the Versailles Tigers, the player to look out for, number 22, the tailback, Sean Borcher, averages 6.5 yards a carry. He is also the leading receiver out of the backfield for this squad. So he's the main man to look for. Jim, this team is going to be a lot like the Archbold Blue Streaks, very tenacious, very well-schooled, very disciplined. And I think the Liberty Center Tigers are in for probably their biggest challenge in 75 years.
Well, I just know that there's no room for mistakes, and if you make a few mistakes, you've got to cause the opposition to make more mistakes. So we just look forward to a wonderful football game, and I know the Versailles boys prefer to run. And so number 22, as you mentioned earlier, the Tigers have got to be strong on the end and quick to fill and support as that run attack tries to make it around in.
All right, here we go. Tiger stands are alive. It's Thunderfoot getting off the high end-over-end kick coming down at the 7. Taken there, straight up the middle. Has a block, breaks a tackle, now across the 30, still on his feet. Finally swarmed down at the 32-yard line. Smith, Dillbone in there on the hit. And Versailles Also Mike McClure.
Yep.
All right, also in there on the hit McClure. Versailles will take over with the ball just across their own 32-yard line. We'll try to set the Tiger defense here. We've got Amstutz at a defensive end on this side, then Sharp lingering in the middle as nose tackle. Scott Sharp, right tackle. Tiger showing a 6-man front, drops back a little swing pass, incomplete in the backfield. Oh, that may be a fumble. No, they're going to wave it incomplete. Boy, the ball was thrown backwards, Jim. I think, well, hey, that's all right. It's a loss. We'll just have to accept it.
Yeah, it was an overhand pass, but the pass actually looked like it was behind the line of scrimmage, and therefore that should be a free ball. But well, the officials, these are supposed to be the best in high school football, are here to call the game, and right on top of it say incomplete pass.
All right, second down and 10. A big break for the Versailles ball club there. Tight end on the right. They like to run the ball 80% of the time on the tight end side. Here's the give to Borcher. Borcher with a gain of about 4 on the play. He's across the 35 up to the 36. And that will bring up a third down, and they're going to call it 7 yards to go.
Yep.
We've got Van Gunn, the defensive end, on the right side, then Scott Sharp. Now they do a switch. Box moves to the right defensive tackle spot. Sharp to the left. Dropping back to pass. He's got time. He's got a receiver open. Caught, and it's a first down for Versailles. Jim, I think we're going to see a lot of that. Short passing routes, try to get underneath the Tiger defensive backs.
I think they realize and respect the Tiger quickness, and therefore, as you say, decide to, well, let's see if we can't pass, because obviously they know we like to run, so we're going to try and stop it, that being Versailles. So far, not much pressure on the Versailles quarterback, especially on that last play, but the first series, Spike, we're going to see a lot of football.
Well, he's going to get rid of the ball quick, no doubt there. Tiger linebackers, Weshy and Sattler. Now gives straight ahead, breaks the tackle across the 50, down to the 46-yard line. Close to first down yardage for Versailles. Number 20, the other running back, TJ Filippo.
Good blocking by the Versailles interior line. He had a nice hold to run through, and but we've seen Tigers, particularly in the last game, which they won handily against Warren JFK. They had to kind of figure out a way to negate the blocking scheme on them initially there early in the first quarter, if you remember. So the Tigers, they need to adjust and find what they're up against, and therefore be able to have a plan to knife in there and get things stopped.
Versailles coming to the line of scrimmage. They've got a wide out to the right. It's second down and inches. Their wing slot in tight. Here's the straight ahead give to a big load Borcher, and he battles his way forward across the 45 down to the 44. Jim, what a load he is.
Yes, he is.
The senior tailback weighs 210 pounds, averaging about 6.5 a carry, and he doesn't do it, I would think, on those long bursts. He's more of a straight up power runner. So the Tigers of Liberty Center are going to have their hands full trying to corral that big load. Tigers showing a 6-man front. Back to throw, looking, he's got a man, he just overthrows him. Atkinson there on the coverage on the corner route. That'll bring up second down and 10. You know, Jim, these guys really have mixed up their offense well, and I'm sure we're going to see a grind them out style here, try to keep Liberty Center off balance.
Oh, that's exactly the way you play championship football. You don't want to be that predictable, and we've scouted them inside and out and kind of know what they prefer to do, but this is a championship game.
Well, each team feeling one another out right here, so course, a very big possession here. Here's a straight ahead give to the fullback, breaks the tackle, down to the 15, or the 25, and then down to the 20. Versailles knocking on the Tigers' door. They're going to have a first down just outside the 21-yard line.
Versailles Tigers, good blocking on the line of scrimmage there. We look like we're kind of crowding it up there pretty close, and just some good blocking, and he popped through there, and as you say, a big, strong boy to tackle. So Tigers better be making some adjustments pretty quick here, Spike.
Versailles with a wide out left, wing left. Here's a straight ahead give to Borcher, and he's hit just inside the 20. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7. Here in the first quarter, score at zeros, 9:40 remaining. It's Versailles, the Tigers of Versailles against the Liberty Center Tigers. Liberty Center, the defending Division 5 state champs, but they're going to be pushed to the limit today, Jim. This is going to be a whale of a ball game. Now lining up in a full house backfield. The set, the give to Borcher, hitting the backfield, fights his way through down to the 15, across to the 14. It'll be 3rd and short.
Real good penetration by Brian Weshy there, but he couldn't quite get him wrapped up, and so continued to move the ball forward there. You recall last week in Warren Kennedy's opening possession, Spike, they moved the ball against the Tigers, and in fact, if not on that possession, the very next possession got her to the Tiger 20-yard line, and then a couple of big defensive plays put a stop on them.
Well, okay, they're lining up in the full house again. Look for some kind of a power play here up the middle. Here's the give to the fullback. He breaks the tackle, met there by Smith. Also Zeider, and brought down short of the first down. Boy, they're going to get a right foot spot there. That is going to be a little bit closer than I like. Boy, I believe he got an extra half yard on the forward progress. Well, an official's timeout for a measurement. Boy, Jim, that makes a big difference.
Okay, so what are you going to do here, Spike? It's definitely 4-down territory, but would they look to put a 3-point up there, or try to bang it through? Actually, if you think about it, their running offense has kind of moved the Tiger line of scrimmage during this drive, so at any rate, they're not going to have far to go to move the sticks once again.
Well, with the wind in their face, and of course they know all about Liberty's storied record of not being scored upon in the first half in 14 straight games, going all the way back into last year in the playoffs. I think they're going to go for it, Jim, and Liberty hasn't shown yet that they're going to that they've adjusted yet to this good straight-up power game of Versailles. Right. So there's no reason for them not to go for it here.
You know, that's just so close the way that spot is there that even a quarterback sneak would almost seem a good choice, because the more people handle the ball, the more times or the more chance for a mistake, or even for the Tigers to react defensively.
And their quarterback quite adept at handling the ball. He scored 8 touchdowns himself this year. Quarterback is Chardot, number 14.
Come on, box, Lindgren.
Uh-oh, now they're going with a wide formation.
Yeah, they're only
2 wide outs to the left. Look for something inside, though. Here's the give straight ahead to the fullback, and they stopped him. They stopped him right there. Jim, he's got to be short.
Yes, sir.
They got to get the left-footed spot there.
Yeah. Oh, Matt Schwab had his nose in there. Chris Box, Blake Lindgren, just Tiger.
Tiger fan.
Yes, sir. The Tiger defensive line, like we've seen them do. In fact, even just last week, come up with a big play when warranted. So the Versailles Tigers are turned back on the Tiger 12-yard line, Spike. What a play.
What a heroic effort by that Tiger front line. Jim, he got no push at all. The Tiger defensive line really got the charge.
And we've seen him do it time and time again, Spike.
Tigers now on offense. Linger in the center. Shaddy under center. Full house backfield. Here is the give to Atkinson. He'll dart forward up across the 15. Gain of 3 on the play. Give him a gain of 3. Boy, Jim, that was huge. And that Tiger crowd from this side of the field, what a welcome roar it was.
Oh yeah, Tigers were getting down to having that unscored upon streak looking at right in the eyes, but they guessed right and just got a little mean right there in the line of scrimmage, and there just was no push, as you said. So Seth Atkinson gets him a little elbow room, and we're ready for the second one. Second down.
Tigers with 2 tight ends and full house backfield. Here is the give again to Axon behind the hole, across the 20 to the 21. It'll bring up 3rd down and maybe a yard to go. Tiger offensive line getting a good push.
Yeah. Spike, when was the last time we've had the initial series start out with 2 carries to Atkinson? So there's a lot of chess game in this game of football, and I think we can see the unexpected today out of our Tigers, and of course they've got a playbook that can score it big quick.
Okay, here we go. 3rd down and 1. We've got Smith, the tight end, on the right. Huff, the tight end, on the left. Same full house backfield. Here is the fake. Shaddy drops back to throw. He throws the home run ball for Smith. Just overthrown. Jesse Smith with a desperate dive for the ball. Jim, I tell you what, Rex is coming right out and rolling the dice, and boy, I tell you what, that could have been a quick 6.
Oh, you have to love that play call. And you know, again, Rob Shaddy, good quarterback for the Tigers, had the wind behind him, and I believe Jesse Smith pulled up just a little bit on that play. He'd have taken another full stride, that'd have been a strike, and it would have been Katie bar the doors, here comes a quick 6. But good series for the Tigers and plenty of punting room, so we'll see.
Okay, Versailles in a wide formation here. They're going to be looking for the fake. Here's Miller's kick, high spiraling kick. It's fumbled and brought down all the way back to the 30-yard line. Loss of 7 on the fumble. Boy, Jim, the Tigers with good field position there. Punt from the 23. 47 yards.
Yeah, in fact, the Liberty Center choice to defer the kickoff to the second half, or the choice of the second half, figures pretty good right now. I mean, they got him stopped, albeit it was a pretty good opening penetration by the Versailles Tigers, but nice punt there. I mean, we got field position back in spades here.
Okay, and for anybody that may have second-guessed that 3rd and 1 long bomb, hey, we got a whole game to play and not just a couple of quarters here. Here's the give straight ahead to the fullback. He picks up about 2 on a play. It'll be 2nd and 8. But, Jim, that plants a seed.
Yes.
Versailles knows now that you cannot expect anything. You cannot expect Liberty to do anything here. They're just going to have to play it straight up.
Oh, yeah, and good defensive line play there by the Tigers. Blake Lindgren in there along with Schwab on the stop, and that's what you like to see, is that Tiger defensive line digging in and figuring out how to stop the blocking scheme.
That's right, Jim. We've seen that situation before, and here it is again. Tigers handling that first possession on defense. Back again here. 2nd down and 8. Here is the give to Borcher. Off tackle left, has a hole, breaks a tackle, all the way up to the 40, to the 45. Finally brought down by Sattler and Wesche.
Tigers almost had him stopped at the line of scrimmage. Amstutz was back there, but they had a good screen block on him, and he slipped through there. But, you know, Tigers are coming close. But, man, give these Versailles boys credit for making a block on occasion, Spike.
Yeah, Jim, and you know, this Borcher may be the best big back that Liberty's seen in many years. Certainly he doesn't have lightning speed, and he's not super quick, but he's very shifty for a big man. As we said, goes in at 210 pounds. Lining up in the eye. Wide out to the right. Here's the give to Borcher again. He's up across the 50. Down to the 49. Amstutz.
The tackle by Blake Lindgren.
And Amstutz.
Lindgren.
Scott Sharp also on the tackle.
Sharp. We'll go with the PA announcer there. 2nd down and 7. And Versailles moving the football.
Ball is on the 49-yard line.
Versailles lining up with a wide out left. Smith on him. I backfield, wing left. Here's the give. No, the fake. The quarterback on a draw. And Ryan Miller brings him down at the 45-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. A very healthy, generous spot again, Jim. They've been awfully generous here. That's a right-footed spot.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good call by the Versailles Tigers, the quarterback draw, and he does that. The scouting tells us he does that, and somebody's got to have that assignment to keep their eye on the quarterback because he just got too many yards on that.
Well, and the trouble is when you've got a big bull in the backfield like Borcher, that just makes it extra pressure on everybody. Chardot under center. Here's the give to Borcher again. He's met right there by Amstutz.
Grambling, 55 in there, 65.
Sattler, Danny Sattler in there, Weshy in there, Zeider in there, Sharp in there. And now we've got third down. Boy, oh boy, Jim, another poor spot. Man, oh man, tell me I cannot believe this.
Well, I would think that the TV5 viewers are going to have ample opportunity to watch those kind of plays. Anyway, it's going to be third down and just a whisker if indeed they didn't make the first down. But we're seeing some unexpected things here by both teams on offense particularly. But anyway, Spike, we've sure got a good struggle going out here and no penalties. So a good hard-fought football game, a lot of discipline on both sides. And they're calling it a fourth down. But, gee, he's just got a whisker.
Well, and I don't expect Versailles with their executioner type style here. I don't look for anything but simply maybe a little bit of a delay somewhere, but they're going to run the ball. They're going to try to jam it at Liberty here. With the wind in their face, not going to take any chances. Wing right, pro set in the backfield, two tight ends. They give straight ahead to the fullback, and he's going to stay on his feet long enough to get down to the 40-yard line. And more than enough for a first down, gain of 2. And once again, Versailles, with great field position, just inside the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 on Liberty Center's 39-yard line.
1st and 10. Football is on the Liberty Center 39-yard line.
Versailles running pretty much a Liberty Center style of offense. Now the wing to the right. The give. Oh, there's trouble in the backfield. He's hit for a loss. Jim, it looked like there was a little bit of a mix-up between the quarterback and Borcher. Scott Sharp knifing in there.
67 also. Matt Schwab. Sharp and Schwab stuck him right at the point of the line of scrimmage, and that's a Tiger line play that we come to expect and need.
You know, he may have got a little bit of a second burster and made it back to the line of scrimmage, but Sharp got him a yard back into the backfield. Now, same set, wing right, two tights. Pro set in the backfield. Tiger showing a 5-man line, fakes the pitch, swing pass tipped in the air, and incomplete.
Yeah. Who got that in?
I believe Van Gunten in there from his defensive end spot, knocked it up in the air. We believe it was Van Gunten.
No, on the Tiger defensive line charge, I noticed on that particular passing play, just most of the offensive line for the Versailles dove to their knees to prevent penetration. So if the Tigers can remember that and the linebackers begin seeing that, they can expect pass. But big play here for the Tiger defense.
Okay, Versailles now facing a 3rd and 10. They're going to have to do something a little more wide open here. Wide receiver right. Here's the fake on the draw. Throw downfield, overthrown, incomplete. Coverage by Atkinson, and that'll bring up a 4th down on the Liberty Center 40-yard line.
Nice cover by those Tiger defensive backs. Also a good charge up front toward the quarterback. So Tiger defense once again coming up and making a good stop on that second series. So with good field position right on the Tiger 40-yard line, we'll see the Tigers now with plenty of room to operate.
In on special teams for Liberty Center, we've got Brian Flory. We've got Furco. The snap, no charge, low punt, taking a good roll, and the Tigers have to let it go. They have to let it go. And Versailles will fall on it somewhere down around the 5-yard line. Jim, that was just too risky to try to scoop that up. Good coverage by Versailles. They had nowhere to go. It could have been a big fumble, so we'll just take it right here.
Yeah, I slipped it down and thought we had possession up there on the 40, but instead a good punt by the Versailles Tigers puts the Tigers right with their backs to the goal line.
Well, you know, they took a chance with that little pooch punt. If it does come bouncing up right into your hands, you're certainly going to have some running room, but when that started bounding around, Tigers had no choice. Tigers with the ball on their own 4-yard line, staying with that same full house backfield. Here's a straight ahead dive to Atkinson, stays on his feet, puts a hand down, airplane spin, gets up to the 15, and that's awfully close to a Tiger first down. Jim, they're going to Atkinson early. They're looking for the big break. Oh my, oh come on.
He put his hand down there to get his balance back, and they're saying that he touched a knee there, so instead of a big gain, they're just going to let him have 5 yards on that, a long 5. But this is an important series for the Tigers. They don't have good field position, but it's time to show some offense.
Why don't they take that rule about the knee to the ground? That went out with the center jump after every basket. That's crazy. Anyway, Tigers with a wide right formation. Here's the deep pitch to Zeider, following a block, gets outside, cuts it up across the 20, following another tackle, a block all the way up to the 30-yard line, and the Tigers burst forward for 21 yards, first down at the 30-yard line.
A couple nice blocks over there on the Versailles end, and I didn't get the number on that, but Ryan Zeider on that pitch, we've seen him do it a lot of times coming up, and that was the best offensive play by our Tigers, and that's what we need. Now they've got better position on the field and a lot of room to work.
Yeah, running behind that side of Weshy and Thunderfoot. Fumbled there, fallen on by Zeider. Jim, I don't know. I think we were looking at a trick play there. That looked like it may have been a direct snap.
Well,
an old single wing.
I don't know, but that ball squirted right through quarterback Rob Shaddy's legs, and anyway, it was a little low, and Ryan Zeider basically just covered it up. So a loss of a couple on the play, and we're looking at a 2nd and 12.
Correction, that brilliant run by Zeider was behind Weshy and the tackle on the right side, Todd Moeller. Tigers with that full house backfield. Here's a straight ahead, get to Zeider. He breaks the pain all the way up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. Uh-oh. Ryan Zeider down. I believe something buckled there as he crossed the 35.
He looked like he stopped too quick. I know there was contact there, but you know, it takes more than just a bump to bring Ryan Zeider down, but he pulled up like he may need some assistance. Whew.
Certainly a blow to the Tigers, but they're plenty deep. I'm sure there'll be just some new wrinkles put in here. We'll hope it's not too serious.
Good spot, or I mean, they moved the ball. Now it's 3rd and about long 1. Yeah, he hit the line of scrimmage there.
Clock in the first quarter, no score between the Tigers of Versailles and our own Liberty Center Tigers. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Tiger coaches and trainer attending to Zeider. Gets up. Oh, he's all right. Not sure what happened, but the Tiger fans very grateful for the continued good health. You know, we thought we lost him a few games ago when he went down with that leg injury. We thought he blew a knee and was done for the tournament, but through perhaps a divine act here,
Big
still
play.
in the bank. Oh, here we go, 3rd and 1, full house backfield. They jump. Chad Collins in the game, replacing Zeider. Certainly an able running back himself.
Yeah. Woo. You know, the way that one official's been kind of favoring the Versailles Tigers on the ball spots, I kind of held my breath there and wondered if he'd pick on the Liberty quarterback.
Yeah, you didn't know for sure.
Right, but Tigers move the sticks mostly on the back of Rob Shaddy's alternate call.
Tigers now with that full house backfield. Get to Atkinson, he gets outside, he's at the 50, and finally brought down. Uh-oh, flag on the play, and that usually means Well, no, that comes from...
Face mask, according to Weshy there. He's singling for...
Okay, that came from the defensive deep backfield. We're not sure now. It'll be, without the penalty, a gain of about 9 yards for Seth Atkinson.
They're talking to Versailles, so they're going to call it the other way.
Well, coming from back there, a lot of times that's a hold.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Jim, the Tigers attacking the tackles. Oh, it's going to be called a clip against Liberty Center.
Yeah.
You know, it's strange that it should have been within the that 3-yard zone. Really wasn't much contact once the Tigers got the ball across the 50.
That's true, and that seemed like a late flag coming out. But anyway, we've just about burned the first quarter here at Paul Brown Massillon Stadium. And Tigers still with the first down, but it's a half mile to move the sticks again.
All right, 1st and 19 for Liberty Center. Now they're going to call it about 17. Straight ahead give to Collins. Collins still in the game for Zeider, shaken up a couple plays ago. You know, that must have happened way back just across the line of scrimmage, but must have been out. I don't know what, not sure what the rule is, perhaps beyond the hash marks. That rule no longer applies.
Yeah. Well, we've seen a quarter of good football here, Spike, and the edge, at least on possession or moving the sticks, has to go to the Versailles Tigers, but Tigers showing some real offense here in their last couple possessions, really. So I look for a big play to pop any time and get it going. We tried to pass it only once, and Jesse Smith had his man beat. He was behind his man, but then he kind of looked like he cut back just a step on his pattern, and the ball sailed incomplete. So I look for us to maybe open it up here a little bit in the second quarter, but you got to love this Tiger defense. They'll bend a little bit, but they don't break, Spike.
No, certainly the Tiger defense to be much heralded. Now, the big question here, Tigers facing a 2nd down and 14 to go, and now with the wind in their face, they've shown a penchant for being able to move the football outside the tackles, getting good blocking from their full house backfield set. So perhaps they're going to continue to grind it out. I know Rex doesn't want to get behind in this game. I think that is so important to Liberty Center. Tigers now, Atkinson wing right, 2 tight ends, Smith on the right, Huff on the left. Here's straight ahead give to is that Zeider back in the game? No, straight ahead give was, yep, that's Zeider back in the game. Gain of maybe 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12.
Well, now this is an obvious passing down, but we kind of wonder about that. So anything might work. Tigers have shown the ability to move the ball all kinds of ways.
Uh-oh, we got Atkinson in a wing left. We got Huff split out wide. Smith tight on the right. Look for something tricky. Give to Zeider, breaks a tackle, carries a man up across the 45 and up to the 47-yard line. And now I think what we're seeing here, Jim Lindgren playing possession football here, playing for field position. Now with, we're now in one of those, who knows, the ball's across the 40. You never know who might try to pull a rabbit out of some kind of a hat. Miller back in punt formation. Anything is possible. Here's the snap. Miller doesn't hesitate. He gets it off. It's a high end-over-end punt. Almost hit him. And the Tigers hit the ball somewhere around the 20-yard line. Liberty Center wants the football, but I don't believe it touched his shoulder. I believe it just missed.
Yeah, it looked like that hit his leg there, and the Tigers are kind of arguing a little bit.
Well,
but
could have farther downfield.
But the striped shirts aren't in a disagreement. They're saying, no, we're going to give her to the Versailles.
Right on his thigh.
Wow. Well, again, a replay is exact, and they are discussing it. They are discussing it.
But I don't think they're going to give it to Liberty Center on that. Ball on the 19-yard line. Versailles on their own 19. 10 minutes and 40 seconds in a scoreless battle here in Massillon in the Division 5 state championship. Versailles lining up in a wing right. Uh-oh, broken play, hit in the backfield, stays on his feet. Oh, no, he's dropped, and it's a sack for Amstutz.
Yes, sir.
Blew it dead.
Well, there was an early whistle there, Spike, but I don't know whether that stops the play. Yeah, they're going up to the line of scrimmage on it.
False start. That explains it all, why it was a busted play. That'll bring up 1st and 15. Versailles now getting in a hole back to their own 14-yard line.
Yep, and it's the Tiger defense that is getting fired up for the cause, and they're moving the ball in the right way. We know the Tiger defense has scored a lot of points during the season, Spike.
Okay, Versailles still with that wing right. Pro set in the backfield. Here is the draw play, or excuse me, pass well overthrown. Little play action there. And now Versailles will be looking at a 2nd down and 15 yards to go. Good coverage out there by Atkinson. Versailles seems to have much of the same offensive philosophy as Liberty Center. Try to run, and then all of a sudden hit somebody on the deep pass play. However, with that super coverage squad of Liberty Center, Zeiter, Atkinson, Miller, and Smith, hard to beat it. 2 tight end set. We've got it. Now the draw play to Borcher. He breaks a tackle, finally brought down by Atkinson and Zeiter. It's a 1st 10 for Versailles at the 30-yard line. Well, Jim, Liberty perhaps expecting some kind of a pass play again. Ran the draw beautifully, and about a 11-yard gain for the 1st down.
Yeah, that's true. The Tiger defensive line was engaged up there and just kind of looking for the quarterback, but he puts it in the breadbasket of Mr. Borcher, and so a well-executed draw moves the sticks for Versailles.
Yeah, correction there, 16-yard gain on the play. And definitely a weapon. Liberty Center has to respect Sean Borcher. And the Tigers' lightning quick speed will hold them well on defense, but with having to respect that big load, you know, that's going to make it pretty rough. It's going to be a lot of single coverage. The Tigers are really going to have to step up and make a lot of good individual plays here, because the field really gets stretched, and then they come right back with the back up the middle. Timeout on the field. Versailles 1st down on their own 30, 10:26 to go, or excuse me, 10:28 in quarter number 2, no score.
1 point, Spike. Right now at this point there are no butterflies. These teams are disciplined, they're conditioned, they're coached. They're just playing some football, and it appears as though they are an evenly matched pair of teams.
Matt Schwab into the game for Liberty Center, number 67. Tigers showing a 4-man front. Now we've got a flag. I would assume some sort of illegal procedure.
I have an illegal substitution on the defense. 5 yards.
Give me a break. Well, I guess we're going to continue to play these silly official games. You know, that's too bad, Jim. Let the kids play the game on the field. Let them decide how it's going to come out. I mean, the substitution was over. The guys were in. I mean, let's forget it. Let's look at the intention of the rule and not following it to the letter. Okay, we've got a wide out to the left, backfield, wing left. Gives straight ahead. No, the fake play action. He's wide open down the field, just overthrown. Jesse Smith recovered, would have been there to make a tackle, but he was open downfield at the 40.
You know, we've seen several passes by this Versailles quarterback, and he might be a little excited, but he's been off the mark, Spike, and that's a healthy thing for the Liberty Tigers, because a couple times it could have stung pretty good. But anyway, Tigers got to be awake for the pass, because he can throw her deep.
Yeah, Rob Shaddy throwing for just over 1,000 yards this year, but Chardot, the quarterback, throwing for over 1,500, so he's an accomplished thrower. Here is the give to Borcher. He breaks a tackle across the 40, up to the 45-yard line. And that's going to move the chains. Gain of about 9 on the play.
Yeah, Paul Amstutz got blocked there at the line of scrimmage, Spike, and with a big, strong back like that with some good speed, it doesn't take much of a block to get around the corner there, and that's what happened.
Well, we're seeing just about what we expected out of Versailles, except that I'm very impressed with Borcher, very strong running back. Now they come out, tight end left, wing left, drops back to throw, has time, over the middle, it's caught! It'll be another first down for Versailles on the Tiger, Liberty Center Tiger, 40-yard line. He threaded the needle there, Jim.
Yeah, he did. He did. That was his best pass this morning, and Wessey and Sadler back there on the coverage.
Yeah, Amstutz. And nevertheless here, Versailles really putting a challenge into the Tiger defense, into their face. Tigers showing a 6-man line, 2 backers. Versailles with a wing left, 2 tight end formation. Here's the fake pitch, give to Borcher. He's met right there at the line of scrimmage. Sharp diving in, forcing the back to go over the top, and followed up and peeled right there. Gain of nothing. That'll be 2nd down and 10.
Nice play by Scott Sharp. Stayed home, fought his block, and made the stop.
And you know what, Jim? 75 years of NWOAL football has prepared the Tigers well. They're holding up to this awfully good offensive push by Versailles. 2nd down and 10, dropping back to throw. Gets a receiver out there caught across the 35 and down to the 32. That will bring up 3rd down, but Versailles with a short well, they're going to give him a 9-yard gain. Very healthy spot again. They're going to be on the Liberty Tiger, 31-yard line.
Spike, the Versailles quarterback's got a lot of time to pick his receivers. Now, I'm not positive what our defensive scheme is as far as blitzing the quarterback right now, but he's got too much time to look him over.
Well, I don't think it's so much the Tiger defense. I think it's very good blocking at the line of scrimmage by Versailles. Full house backfield, give to Borcher. He's hit, fights through a tackle, and down across the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. That will be good enough for a 1st down.
Chris Box also on the tackle.
Box given credit for part of that hit. 8 minutes and 41 seconds here in the first half. Versailles pushing the Tigers again. They have the ball on the Liberty 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
Good time for a stop by our Tigers.
Yeah, I'd hate to see Versailles run a fumble play here. Wing to the right, 1 tight end there, fake. Now drops it out, he's got it. The fullback wide open down the sideline, and he's in! Touchdown Versailles! Well, Jim, they threw it behind Liberty. They caught him off guard. They swung the fullback, number 20, out of the backfield. And that time, we didn't get the tip on the pass. And for the first time in 14 games, an opponent has found the end zone against Liberty Center. The Versailles Tigers lead 8-14 here in half number 1 by the score of 6-0.
Yeah, well, that was an excellent drive by the Versailles Tigers. They got a pretty good spot here and there, but got to give it to them. They took it down and stuffed us.
Set for the PAT kick. Snap back, hold is good, set down, kick is up, and it's good. Versailles leads Liberty Center 7-0. Jim, well, it's a brand new situation for this Tiger ball team with their 17 seniors. They've never been behind this year. Now they're going to have to step up to the plate, meet the ball square, face this challenge like men.
Oh, I think they will, Spike. This is an excellent team they're playing, and, you know, good execution by Versailles, moving it right down there, tackling. Tigers can't just hit these backs and ends and what all. They've got to wrap them up and really work them down. So anyway, with the edge to Versailles Tigers right now, we're coming out for some serious offense work.
Well, you know, Versailles has had certainly the better share of field position. Tigers starting 3 different drives inside. Well, one was on the 4, one was on the 5. Liberty with terrible field position pretty much this game. And Versailles probably their worst field position, maybe started at their own 35. So now the Tigers with a chance to redeem themselves as far as the field position game goes. They'll be receiving this kickoff. 8:14 here, half number 1. Back deep for Liberty Center, number 24, Ryan Miller, and number 2, Seth Atkinson. Here's the set. Forward, deep kickoff. That baby's going to the end zone. All the way through the end line, and the Liberty Center Tigers. Oh boy, Jimmy put a foot into that one.
Yeah, he had some wind behind him, but momentum, Lady Luck momentum is on the Versailles Tigers right now, but we've seen the Tigers make many big plays time and time again all season, so we just have got ourselves a football game. It'd be nice to see the Tigers open it up and pass a few times. I expect we can look for almost anything, so go Liberty Center.
All right, that Tiger cheering section on that side certainly alive with the Tiger fight song. Boy, ain't nobody on that side of the field give up yet. Here's the give to Zeiter. He's gonna, yep, good push by the Tiger offensive line. We'll just kind of check to see how the referees mark this one. And they're gonna go with the right-footed spot. Jim, I guess they're pretty liberal today. Maybe they're Democrats. 2nd down and 5 for Liberty Center. Good push, left side of the offensive line. On that side, Sattler and Todd Spangler. Full house backfield, 2 tight end set. Here, give to Atkinson. Atkinson maybe for a yard. 3rd down and 4 coming up.
You know, Spike, for the most part during the regular season, the Tigers have looked at a 4-man front, and that's the wrong way to play the Tigers in their offensive scheme and their quickness and so forth. Well, they got 6 men on the line of scrimmage here and have had, and they got to find a way to handle them to get a crease for the Tiger backs.
All right, now they open their defense up a little bit, actually showing a 6-1. Liberty Center with the wing right in Atkinson. Here is the give. He's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And the Liberty Center Tigers now looking at 4th and 4. And more than likely will be punting the ball away. 6 minutes and 50 seconds here in half number 1. Sooner or later, Jim, we're going to bust one of those.
Oh, yeah, but that play right there, it almost looks like they knew what was coming, and they pretty well had it stacked there to tackles, and just too many big, tough guys to block.
Well, with 6 men at the line of scrimmage, if you break it, it's off to the races. Here's the snap. Miller takes it. He thought about it, but he got it off. Fair catch called for at the 44. And the Versailles Tigers once again with super field position. The Tiger defense will have to answer the bell now. They've got 6.5 minutes to stop Versailles. Jim, this is a big, big key. Can the Liberty Center Tigers afford to go down by 2 scores?
Well, I agree with you that the Tiger defense so far has been the ones keeping things pretty well evened up. So they've had time to make a couple adjustments, and I look for our Tigers to get them stopped here.
Wide out left, wing left in the slot. 2 backs. Drops back to throw. Has a little bit of time. It's thrown short. And they do finally get to the quarterback.
Backing on him back there.
Yep. In there, Van Gunton and Paul Amstutz. You know, he's been just that 3-step drop and quick fire, but they went ahead and got him peeled there.
Yeah, that's what Tigers need to do. They need to make their presence known on the rush or on a defensive pass rush, because when he has plenty of time to allow his receivers to run their patterns, by golly, they can connect on them once in a while.
Okay, 2nd down and 10. Versailles with the ball at their own 44-yard line.
Come on, Miller, covering.
That's right, wide out to the left, coverage. Ryan Miller. Ryan Zeiter, cornerback, kind of creeping up toward that line of scrimmage. We'll see if maybe he'll drop off. Yeah, he's dropping back now. Atkinson also dropping back. Here's the fake. Now they give to Borcher. Borcher piles forward, gain of a strong 4 on the play, but the Tigers closed fast. Weshy in on the hit.
Yep. Tigers closing fast. They're just a whisker off there. Amstutz had him, but or rather Van Gunten, number 20, had him, but just couldn't wrap up there right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the problems the Tiger defense faces with that big running back, can they afford very often to blitz one of the corners to try to break this 3-step drop? But if they do and they give it to the big back, he could be gone. Here's the give straight ahead to the fullback. What a burst and power forward. Gain of 11, 14, 15 yards on the play, all the way down to the Liberty Center Tiger 31.
Boy, those orange-shirted Tigers down there really did a job on the line of scrimmage there blocking. They had a hole there you could have driven a fire truck through. So Tigers got to figure out a way to fill or to keep that hole from opening like that. Man, that was a good block.
Versailles 31 yards away. The Tiger defense now showing a 5-man front, 2 backers, looking to stiffen up. Here's the give in the backfield again to the fullback, and he's going to be stacked up there. Ball stripped away by Sattler. My, oh my, on our side of the field, a left-footed spot. They're going to give him forward progress down across the 35, but Tigers only giving up a yard there. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Versailles does such a good job, Jim, of distributing the ball. We're seeing the fullback run the ball a lot more today. Tigers obviously keying in on number 22, Borcher. And they throw that little swing pass to the backs very effectively. They got the wide to the right. Here is the fake. The pass thrown out there. It's caught. And a good tackle by Sattler in the open field.
Oh, if Danny Sattler wouldn't have made that and he just barely got him there, that would have been, looks like a quick 6 for Versailles there again, although the lateral pursuit coming hard from the other side of the field. But Versailles has kind of got it going, Spike. It's just 7-0, but line of scrimmage war is going edge to the orange-shirted Tigers right now.
Yeah, they're freezing Liberty Center with those play-action fakes, and the quarterback very adept at getting the ball out in the flats.
Time for a turnover.
We've got a wide left, wing left, now in motion right. Tigers looking for the straight-ahead run. Yep, given to Borcher. Tigers were ready for it. They've seen that in the game films. The hard motion will never get the ball, and they'll usually run it up the middle.
Yep. Pretty nice ball handling by the Versailles quarterback. He's able to be pretty quick with his handoffs and fake like he's going to do something else with it. But Tigers need to stiffen up right now, Spike.
Well, that's right. Hey, this Versailles team, not the big fat hogs. These guys are good upper bodies, good slim waist. They're athletes. Here's the fake, drops back to throw. He's got a man open deep. It's up and it's caught. It's a Versailles touchdown. What a grab, Jim. That was the only place it could have been caught. A perfect pass by the quarterback. Oh, we've got a flag on the play in the backfield.
Something back, maybe.
The flag is down.
Yes.
Penalty. Penalty against Versailles.
Boy, that's one the Liberty Tigers needed in a big way because it was a perfectly executed pass play, and the quarterback laid that right in there. Laid it in there for what appeared to be a strike, but no, sir, those striped shirts are going to bring her back here and walk some off against the Versailles Tigers. We got a life, Spike.
Well, I guess the way the whole course of the game has gone, all the small breaks have went against Liberty Center, but that time all it took was one big one, and boy, the Liberty Center defense back in business. A walk off a 10. Now, wait a minute now. He walked off too much. Illegal lineman downfield. So now, instead of a touchdown from 24 yards out, Versailles will get the ball back now. 2nd down and 13. Ball in Liberty Center's 27. They show wide out left, wing left. I formation in the backfield. Everything squeezed in tight. Here's play action. Back to throw. Oh, yeah. Good fake by the quarterback. I went with the play action fake, but no, they gave it to him. Weshy right there for the hit. Only a 2-yard gain. 3rd down, and we're going to call it about 11 yards to go. The first down has to go down across the 15, almost to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, we're seeing some nice execution at the quarterback spot here by the Versailles Tigers, but Liberty Tigers are getting it figured out.
Smith with coverage, single coverage over here on the left side. Dropping back to throw again, looking, lobs it deep, and it's going to be overthrown, incomplete, and Versailles will face a 4th down and 10. Ball resting on the 25-yard line, Jim. They've got the wind at their back, but it would be a 42-yard attempt. So, boy, I tell you what, they're in a tough spot here because it's 4-down territory, but, you know, we just don't know how good their field goal kicker is. Now, he did drill the kickoff into the end zone.
Yeah, but the place kicker just kind of set a weak duck up there that did split the uprights for the point after. So anyway, we'll see what they're going to come up with. But Tiger defense once again came up nice.
Boy, that Tiger crowd is into it, coming across real loud and clear over here, high atop the roof at Massillon Tiger Stadium, showing a hard motion right. Tigers are holding their own there, not jumping. Here's a throwback pass, a screen. He's wide open. He's going to go into the end zone untouched. And the Versailles Tigers bounce right back. 2:27 to go here in quarter number 2. They lead it by 2 scores over Liberty Center.
Yeah, that was a good play call, or at least they certainly made it stand up and work well. It looked like all the action was going to be over on the right side, and quarterback was looking that way, and then he stepped and passed it over here in the left flat, and no Tigers home. Another 6 for Versailles.
No question here, Jim. We're seeing by far and away the best well-executed offense we've seen all year. Quarterback very smooth, Shardo. And the snap, it's good. The kick is up, and it is good. And Liberty Center has 2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in half number 1 to try to climb back into it. They trail 14-0.
Yeah, these Versailles Tigers are big and strong and with a fair amount of quickness, but Spike, I believe they're fooling us. And, you know, that's something the Tigers haven't run into much this year. I mean, in fact, it's our Tigers that's been able to come up with the trickery and the unexpected things, but our Tigers here will sort of have things pretty well defensed out, and then, well, hey, where'd that come from? And so it's just a good football team, and our Tigers find themselves 14 down with just about 2.5 minutes to go in this first half.
Kicking off for Versailles, number 14, Jason Shardo. Back deep for Liberty Center, 24, Ryan Miller. Number 2 is Tim.
Well, you know, Jim, that's the first time we had seen that screen pass.
Yeah.
And hey, the Tigers just simply bit. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Certainly, though, we're down, but we're not out. This Tiger team has got too much tradition, too much strength, too many skilled athletes to call this a day by any means.
Oh, right. It's just a case where we run up against somebody that is good, just awfully good. But our big play capability, we can light the scoreboard up in just an instant and look for the 2-minute offense to be executed by Rob Shaddy and company.
Kickoff down deep into the end zone, caught by Miller. And the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Yeah, Liberty Center had staved off trouble on that, the illegal lineman downfield. But they came right back, Versailles, to take a 14-0 lead. Tiger fans still doing a super job over there. Boy, I tell you what, Jim, it sounds like we're ahead 14-0. You got to give those people all the credit. Tigers now with wing right, Atkinson. Here is the give to Zeider. Met at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Now, Spike, the last couple possessions, the Tigers have tried to run it off tackle, and they've been there in spades. They've even got a couple extra orange shirts standing around for that. Seems like that'd be the time to have a little play action and then go over the top with it.
Well, that's why I say, that's why you have to give the ball to the fullback sometimes to set those things up. Now Versailles spreads their defense out. Now they're showing a 6-man front, single linebacker. Here is the deep pitch to Zeider. Over tackle, breaks up across the 23 to the 24. You know, that's a good strong call against that type of a defense, Jim, because they've got the 4 umbrella backs with just the linebacker, so he's not going to be able to get out there. If they break the plane, they could bust one here for a good 20 yards.
Yeah, and we saw Ryan Zeider bust a play just about like that last week and rambled for a big score, the first score by our Tigers last week. But, man, this 6-man front for Versailles is kind of getting it done now.
Okay, Liberty Center staying with a 2 tight end, Atkinson wing right. McClure, Zeider in the backfield, play action, back to throw, has Smith just behind him, incomplete, it'll be 4th down. And I think the Tigers from Liberty Center certainly had to be aware of going to the air too much here, deep in their own territory, and giving the ball back to Versailles now, and it appears they're going to have to punt.
Well, that was a good call. It's just the pass was just a little bit off target, but boy, he was open out there, and I think Versailles is going to say, if you're going to beat us, if you're going to play with us, you're going to have to go over the top, and I think the Tigers can do it, and if the defense can put a stop on them, we'll get back at them.
All right, punt comes down at the 50, takes a Liberty Center roll, down inside the 40, still rolling, and somewhere down around the Versailles 38.
Get some pressure on the quarterback if he drops back to throw it.
Well, Coach Hetrick hasn't been in this business for 31 years without knowing what he's doing. Here's motion right, 2 wide outs left, quick drop, knocked there at the line of scrimmage, I believe, by Lindgren. And that's the best way, keep those hands up, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, you know, you talk about Coach Hetrick and his play calling and knowing more about the game than almost any high school coach. That certainly was a run formation, as tight as the line was and the way things looked, and yet the quarterback just stepped back, and I believe it was a tight end across the middle there tried to hit. But our Tigers heads up and had their hands up while they're rushing and deflected that.
All right, single back in the backfield. We got a tight end on the right, 2 wide outs to the right. Dropping back to throw. Chardot looks downfield, gets it off. It's incomplete. Sattler in there, head hunting a little bit. Really peeled him. It's incomplete. What a hit. Maybe that's what the Tigers need. Get a little fire.
That could be. Defense came up big there, and Sattler got there about the time the ball got there and tried to take his head off. So at any rate, the downs are flying by, and it's a 3rd down and still 10 to go.
Clock stopped, 48 seconds remaining here in the first half. Well, you know, on paper, a lot of comparisons can be made. You know, the Tigers from Liberty can be made out to be possibly the favorite. But really, when it comes right down to, Jim, it's execution on the field.
Yeah, you got to play.
Now, the same formation as before. We've got a single setback, 2 wide outs left, tight end both sides. Dropping back, no, it's a draw play, given to Borcher, makes a great cut, gets out across midfield, he's down the sideline, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds on a big hit by Tim Huff, down about the 25-yard line. 39 seconds to go, and this is what Liberty Center was worried about. They didn't want to throw the ball when they had the ball deep on their own 20 after that kickoff into the end zone, but they had to turn it over on downs, and here comes Versailles.
Yeah, this looks like a complete package, this Versailles team. Ryan Miller had a beat on him there, but a good block put on downfield, and of course we know the result there.
Versailles with all 3 timeouts remaining. With those 3 timeouts, they've got room to do what they want, lining up in an eye backfield wing right. Wide out to the right. Here's the draw, play action, throws over there, a screen pass to number 6. He's down the sideline, the 10, the 5, and he's hit. They're going to rule he went out of bounds at about the 1-yard line, maybe the 1-inch line. Clock stops at 30 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Coming right back with that moving screen out there along into the left flats, and they are knocking on the door.
Yeah, Spike, when they call that play, they've got a way to get the Tigers going left to their left, and all the action is back to their right. And again, they try to recover. The Versailles is going down the sideline. So 1st and goal right there with 30 seconds to go. They're on the 6-inch line.
Yep, nose of the football right there. Versailles coming out. with 2 tight ends set, full house backfield. Straight ahead give, Borcher hit by Huff. Huff finally brings him down, but they're in across the goal line. And Liberty Center now looks at the scoreboard. They're behind by 3 scores, 20-0 here. Still in half number 1. That quick striking, very much varied, Versailles offense. Actually, if you want to call it right now, beating Liberty at their own game. They're showing all the things that Liberty Center has done all year very well. Now the kick attempt. Snap, good, set, down, good, and the kick is good. 21-0 Versailles.
You know, Spike, I just, as we're watching this game, I don't know whether the Tigers were too up for it or just what, because they appear just a little bit tight, and they're buying into the first opportunity. In other words, the fakes or the motion or whatever that Versailles throws at them, they're reacting very quickly to that. And then the secondary part of the play, which is where the ball's going, they've got plenty of running room. And they have to find a way to not buy into that early ball working. But, you know, a nice effort by the Versailles offense. I mean, they're executing, and their defense, when they throw that 6-man lineup against the Tiger offense, it's pretty well stuffing our running game.
Yeah, Versailles is certainly doing a fine job. You know, that's the thing. Liberty Center has to respect Borcher, and he truly is a load. Certainly the best, most effective, I should say, most effective running back we've seen, perhaps last year and this year. And I don't think we come out flat. I just think it's simply a matter of on any given day, anybody can do anything. And today, right now, at least for the first 24 minutes of football, Versailles has it their way.
Yeah, now we've seen a lot of fireworks right at the end of the half. So, look for almost anything here by the Liberty Tigers.
28 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The kick. And end-over-end dribbler taken there by Van Gunten. Van Gunten returns it up across the 30-yard line, and the clock is stopped at 24 seconds to go. Boy, I tell you what, a score here would be awfully big for Liberty Center. Some kind of break here, some kind of little flea flicker, hook and ladder, something. I certainly will expect Versailles to get back in some kind of a prevent. Yep, they got 4 down linemen, more or less running a 4-3. Tigers with wideouts on either side. Here's swing pass to Atkinson. Hit in the backfield. He's going to be stopped about a yard short of the line of scrimmage. Versailles able to recover, and the clock running. I think the Tigers of Liberty Center will be content to let this thing run out and get out of here with relatively poor field position. Well, coming to the line of scrimmage, clock running down, and that's the end of the first half. The Liberty Center Tigers looking at the scoreboard, finding themselves trailing 21-0. Jim, they're down, but they're not out. You're never going to count out these Liberty Center Tigers.
No, they've got to go into the locker room and do some discussing and think of what Versailles was able to do to them and how they did it, and to come up with a plan to keep all areas of the field covered, because, as I say, they're buying into that initial motion and respecting their big tailback to the point where some of the other areas aren't covered. And anyway, Versailles sure came up big offensively, and Tigers got some regrouping to do, but the Tiger
leading tacklers for Liberty Center. Linebacker Brian Weshy with 8, defensive tackle Sharp with 7, Sattler, the linebacker, 6, Schwab with 6, and Zeiter Atkinson with 5, and with 4, Van Gunten, Lindgren, and Box. Liberty Center, Jim, their linebackers ranks 1 and number 3 in tackles, and that kind of tells you that they really haven't been there this year. They've been more mop-up duty. It's the defensive line that has been able to really set the tone for Liberty Center all season long, and Versailles here able to somewhat control that line of scrimmage to the point that they're keeping Liberty Center off balance setting up well in the screen twice for big yardage. And the Tigers now down by 3 scores going into the second half. They've got their backs to the wall.
Well, they do, but time for a lot of adjustments there at halftime. Now, Liberty Tigers, should they be able to stop the Versailles ground game, are going to have to find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback. He dropped back for 18 passes, and I believe was only hit about once, and that's just too good. That gives him too much time. Really, the Tiger defense, I think, has played well, but for a few big plays. That's always been a Liberty trademark, but Versailles able to, when the Tigers appear to have them stop, get a lot of motion going to the one side and then come back with a screen on the other side, and we've gotten bitten several times by that. But it's a long football game, and the Liberty Tigers can put points up in a hurry. So this is a very key possession. Liberty deferred on the first half kickoff, and likely they will take the ball, and we just need to get some things going offensively. And we're going to have to see some passing, Spike. They loaded the line of scrimmage up and just begged us to try to run off tackle, and we're successful in getting her stopped. So no mistakes by our Tigers, and got to get wild and crazy on some play calling here to kind of fool these Versailles Tigers. Although their coach likely is going to know Liberty's going to pass, so maybe they'll take that six-man defensive line look away and maybe open up some other opportunities for Liberty.
Well, Liberty averaged 5 yards a carry, so it's not like they can't run the football, but Versailles was able to do what they had to do was stop Liberty from breaking the big one. So getting set here for the second half, Liberty will receive, face into the wind. Versailles putting 3 of them into the end zone, and I certainly don't expect anything less here. Set for the kick. Drives it deep. It'll come down to the 2-yard line on the 1, taken by Agason. He's got his forward wall, now breaks through a seam, cuts outside, across the 25, and up to the 28-yard line. 27-yard return for Seth Atkinson.
Oh, that's nice field position, and once they get just a little banging on the first play, then they'll be ready to go. And I know the Liberty coaching staff, a real brain trust there, and they've discussed what they can do and what they ought to try to do. So I look for something positive out of our Tigers right here, right now, Spike.
Well, that's right, and they're not going to throw every down. You know, they need to keep the defense honest, so expect Liberty to mix it up. They're coming out in their traditional wing right, 2 tight end set. Here's the give to McClure. He's got a hole, tries to get outside. He breaks 2 tackles, gets across the 30. Fine piece of running for Mike McClure. 2-yard gain, but he broke a tackle, made a good cut, and just a nice job there. He could have been hit for about a yard loss.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a play under our belt, so you know they know what's ahead now. So look for something here this next couple downs, Spike.
Versailles showing a 6-man front, 2 backers. Here is the inside handoff to Atkinson, and hit and stuffed in the backfield. Number 54 penetrated and just waited. He set right on that, and he was ready for that inside reverse. You know, the trouble the Tigers face here is it's hard to throw that home run ball into this pretty stiff wind here. And so what they're looking to do is break that kind of misdirection running play, and so far, not much success. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Tigers with the ball on their own 27-yard line. Full house backfield, 2 tight end set. Versailles in that 6-1. Shaddy rolling out, has McClure, and slips and falls on the turf. Shaken up. That'll bring up 4th down. You know, Mike had the corner turned and was really getting ready, planting his feet to go, and then he lost it.
Oh, I think he was looking at that all-state sprinter speed that he's got in the relay team and really trying to run before he totally was turned around, but showed promise. Tigers know they can work the pass out in the flats, and so that'll bode well to come. But, boy, Tiger defense has got to come up with the wrinkle here, Spike, as they turn the ball back to Versailles.
Versailles, and we got a flag on the play. We got a late hit on Miller, and the Liberty Center Tigers will get the ball, will get possession of the ball back. That play, the punt was clearly off. Number 75 come waltzing in there like the big hero, and peeled Miller.
Boy, that might be a momentum builder. Looks like Miller's okay. He was cheering as he ran off, and now the Tigers are going to get a fresh set of downs out here near the middle of the field, Spike.
Yeah, and you know, when you're used to running on regular turf all season like Mike McClure was down here on the sideline, had that been regular turf, Jim, I think he'd have picked up about 20 yards, but he went to plant his foot, and there just wasn't anything there for him to grab into. You'd think that this would be to the benefit of our speed, but on that particular play it wasn't. However, maybe, just maybe, the Liberty Center Tigers, maybe they'll get the break or two this time. You know, we had that pass that actually was backward, and it should have been a lateral, and it should have been a fumble, first series of the game.
Yeah.
So now maybe it's our turn.
Well, Tiger fans have really come alive, Spike, and so with a fresh set of downs at midfield, come on, Liberty.
That's right, we got Atkinson now on a wing right, 2 tight end set. Huff on the left, Smith on the right. Here's the straight ahead give to Zeider. Zeider pushing forward across the 50 and down to the 47-yard line. And Jim, certainly a credit to those Tiger fans. There's no quit in them. They sound still real good up here.
And John Clemens.
You know, you get to championship level football, and it's a matter of not making mistakes. So here's the second half, and we find ourselves down 3 scores. But if we play error-free football, the kind of capabilities our offense have got, we can get there.
That's right. Still now in the full house backfield. Here's a straight ahead give to McClure. McClure across the 45. They'll give him his progress there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. And Jim, trailing by 3 scores, I think we're in 4-down territory right now.
I think so, but I got to expect something that we haven't shown. Now, you know, the inside reverse, that was bread and butter through the NWAL League, and even early in the playoffs we seem to make that work sometimes. But, boy, the defensive ends here for Versailles is they're staying home, and they're nailing that, so we got to run something off of that.
That's right. Well, when they stay home, that just opens up something else, maybe out in the flats. They're showing that 6-1 defense. Shaddy back to throw. He's got time, lobs it out there, and it's almost intercepted. Shaddy was under some pressure, had to get it off about a split second before he wanted to. Atkinson running that little flare-out route there toward the sideline, and had he had another second, he had the people beat.
Yeah, it looked a little dangerous, so because Versailles had some guys closing pretty fast, and it looked like they almost must have bumped into him. But Tim Huffer had run a deep route there, and I believe he was open, so I'm sure there's a lot of information flying around.
All right, with the sound coming from the Liberty crowd, you would swear there was no score in the ball game.
4th down.
4th and 5, Tigers with that wing right set. Here's the fake to McClure, Shaddy back to throw, looking, thrown up and incomplete, intended for Jesse Smith. And the ball will be turned over to Versailles.
Boy, Spike, number 11, Jesse Smith for the Liberty Tigers draws a crowd. There was 4 defenders there, so they definitely had their nickel back in there and everything else. So anyway, Tiger defense comes out fired up and ready to see what they can do.
Yeah, Liberty Center may have to use Jesse as a decoy perhaps. But nevertheless, Tigers now, defense is going to have to rise to the occasion. Versailles with a wing right. Here's the give to Borcher, and hit first by Box, and with help from the rest of the defensive line, they bring him down after maybe a yard gain on the play.
Good to see those Tiger defensive line being fired up down there, because they're going to have to prove to Versailles that they can stop their running game, because they would like to work on the clock with that big bruising back and move it that way. So Tigers gotta stop them at the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, well, I think now maybe we can expect Versailles to try to pound the ball against Liberty, but then all of a sudden use a little play action and throw deep. It'll probably be at this point one or the other. Here's a give straight ahead. Borcher stopped for no gain. In fact, I'd say he got stuck for a yard loss. This Tiger team has not quit.
Oh, yeah, defensive line came out really ready to meet him right nose to nose, and they just have to do that. They've done it all season, and well, the Tiger defense starts right at the line, right at those interior lineman position, and then, of course, good fill and good coverage in the secondary. as they try to exploit some other area of the Tigers.
Okay, 3rd down and 10 for Versailles. Ball in their own 45. 2 wideouts to the right. Dropping back to throw. He's got time. He throws on a slant. Caught. Gain of about 21 yards on the play.
Well, that's nearly 20 passes that they've had, that quarterback, and boy, he's getting a nice lot of protection there, Spike. He stands back there and waits for those routes to mature and then delivers a strike.
Well, and the advantage that Versailles has now, Liberty Center is going to have to gamble. They've been gambling on defense. There's a lot of single coverage, and that's why if the quarterback has got the time, those slant routes are going to open up. So the Tigers, once again, backs to the wall. Here's a straight ahead give to Borcher. What a push.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. The give was to the other back, Flippo. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. Jim, that sure looks like our own Liberty Center Tigers with their normal push with the offensive line.
Yep.
But this Versailles team, very, very good. No question now about their ability. The Liberty Center Tigers, of course, they've got big play capabilities on both sides of the football. I formation, wide out left. Here's the give off tackle. He breaks another one, rambling down all the way to the 11-yard line. Gain of 16 yards on the play, and it's a Versailles first down on about the 11. Jim, they can get a first down here, but they've only got just about 10.5 yards. Only about a half-yard room to do it. This could be a rough one here. Liberty needs to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, they do. Tigers are going to go down hard right here on this series because they don't want more points on the Versailles line.
Okay, wide out left, wing left, 2 backs in the backfield. Here's the pitch to the fullback. He tries to get outside. He's brought down. Nice job by Van Gunten. Van Gunten took him on head on.
Sattler there to finish.
Yep, Sattler there to help. Gain of about 2 on the play. It's the time in the game, Jim, where some great individual efforts are needed desperately here by Liberty Center. They're going to try to keep people isolated. Full house backfield, 2 tight ends set. 5.5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Give to the second back through, and he goes nowhere. Danny Sattler knifing in, throws him for about a half a yard loss. And Liberty Center forces Versailles now to make some kind of a decision. Facing a 3rd down and 8, ball on the 9-yard line. Versailles now, maybe they're going to have to make some kind of a decision to play ahead of time. Are they going to try to pound this thing in or settle for 3? Certainly they have to think about keeping the ball in the middle of the field here.
Oh, yeah, they want to keep the Tigers battled up, but Tigers got to come up big here 2 times.
Full house backfield, 2 tights. Here's the fake. He looks, he lobs it deep. Caught, touchdown. Well, the Tigers sold to the play fake. They ran the tight formation.
Yeah, and we're seeing some good quarterbacking. I mean, he hit that ball. He had to look. I don't have it. I just gave it away. And yet he steps up and just lost a strike there. So these Versailles Tigers are good. And it's a 31-year program that Coach Hetrick has developed here. And they know how to play ball.
Well, and I think what you see, too, you get a game like this, a couple of breaks went Versailles' way very early in the game, and then they were fortunate enough to punch in that 3rd score at the end of the half. Kick is up, and that's good. They lead it now 28-0 over Liberty Center. And so now Liberty Center is faced with a situation where they're going to have to gamble. They're going to have to do a lot of things. Versailles knows that, and they run a lot of, they know just what they're doing. They're running a lot of plays off of that. And with the good execution of the quarterback and the strength of the running back, it just opens everything up.
Yeah, it was interesting the first couple plays from scrimmage when the Tigers had the ball here to start the second half. They looked at a 6-man front again, and then when it was obvious passing, they pulled a man back and had more in the coverage. So I don't know. It might be time for something drastic here, like we maybe ought to get the 2-minute offense going or what. I don't think running the football is going to do it, Spike, unless they just beg you to do it.
Well, they're going to have to pick their spots. They're going to have to run when it's a passing situation and vice versa. I'm sure we'll start to see first down starting to air the thing out. But, you know, that's the type of game this is. There's no way Versailles is 4 touchdowns better than Liberty Center. But Liberty Center knows that they have to open it up, and vice versa. Versailles knows Liberty has to. This thing could turn out to be a real blowout, but yet the difference in the two teams negligible at best. Liberty with a 5-man front. Atkinson and Miller back deep at the 1-yard line for Liberty to receive the kickoff. 4:41 to go in quarter number 3. Driving kick, that'll go into the end zone, and Liberty Center will get the ball at the 20-yard line. I do want to mention sponsor for this game, Louis Miller, and who I called Mary Bell, and now she's got that reputation, and
yeah, she's Mary Bell.
On there is Mary Bell. Mary Beth. Anyway, for also Grandma and Grandpa, Nolan Chester, for Chad Collins. Tigers will take over now on their own 20-yard line. 4:40 to go, quarter number 3. Shaddy back to throw, has time, has Smith. It's caught out there at the 30, up to the 35, to the 38, and it's a Tiger first down. Also, we have Marilyn and Don Allman, Grandma and Grandpa Allman, and
Todd, grandson Todd.
yeah, okay, grandson Todd. Spangler, all the Tiger good luck. Also, we have Rod Shelley.
Lucas.
And Lucas Parcell. Wish their nephew Todd, old Thunderfoot Spangler, best of luck in this championship game. Well, Jim, down 4 scores. It's going to take a little bit of luck. But, hey, you make your luck. Tigers aren't out of this thing yet. We got Atkinson split wide left in the wing. Jesse wide there. Big rush on, and Shaddy never had a chance. Versailles recognized it. They saw the opening, and Rob Shaddy never had a prayer.
You know, that almost looked like they were trying to develop a screen pass there, and maybe later we'll understand that's what it was, because there was very little blocking on the line of scrimmage there by the Liberty offense. And even if it's going to be a screen, man, you got to brush those guys, because they came unabated and put a licking on Mr. Shaddy.
Okay, we've got Smith tight on the right, Miller on the left. There's a flag. It'll go against Liberty Center. Here's a throwback screen to Atkinson. He's brought down there about 3 tacklers. And now we've got another flag after the play. Perhaps could that be a pile by Versailles? A little late action there. Versailles coach signaling that they want to decline the penalty if they're going against Liberty Center. There was movement on the line. I think one thing that Tiger fans, Jim, have to realize here is so far it's just one of those games where nothing works.
Yeah.
You know, right there, perhaps there was a breakdown in the scheme as far as who had who, but then you never know. They have not really showed much of a blitz package against us yet. And all of a sudden, boom, here's somebody all over him.
Yeah, this Versailles Tiger group seems to know what we're going to do as we think about doing it, Spike, and that's a bad place to find yourself in. So anyway, 3rd down and a mile.
Well, they can. It appears that way. We're behind, and they can afford to gamble. And when they call it right, it looks bad for Liberty. Okay, Tigers now wide out to the left. Miller. Back to throw, Shaddy. They're going to set up the screen. Inside screen for Miller. He gets a couple of blocks, gets across the 35, but it's going to be short of 1st down yardage. Tigers are going to be about 3 yards short. They're going to be looking at 4th down on their own 36. Yeah, it's going to be about a 4th and 4. I don't know, Jim. There's 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Do we let her hang out now on 4th and 4?
Well, I don't know. I think look for the fake But boy, this would be pretty tough if they had to surrender the ball in the vicinity of their 30-yard line.
Okay, here's the snap. Miller takes it. He gets off the punt.
Nice.
High spiraling kick. It takes a Liberty Center bounce at the 33, down inside the 30, rolling dead at about the 26.
You know, Spike, you touched on the fact that things seem to be rolling pretty well for the Versailles Tigers. And when it happens that way, as athletes, you just become loose and you're just playing at the very top of your game like that, and you're not pressing because, you know, it really is fun. And our Tigers have got kind of an uphill way to look at things right now. But don't count them out. There's time yet, but we need something to start happening pretty quick. A turnover now, real pressure on the quarterback, a mishandled snap, anything like that to give the Tigers some momentum.
Okay, Versailles coming out, wide out to the left, wing left, in the I formation in the backfield. 2:23 to go. Give to the second back through. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. I don't believe we'll see Versailles air the ball out much anymore. With the big lead they've got, they certainly don't want to open the floodgates.
Yeah, they would chew the clock as best they can, but we saw the Tigers even this half come up with some big plays at the line of scrimmage, and we just need a stream of them. And then when they've got 3rd and long, they got to keep the whole football field covered, which is pretty hard to do on this well-coached Versailles bunch.
Now they show wide out to the right, wing right, pro set, motion to the left. Look for the ball coming up the middle. Yep, there it is to the fullback. He breaks the tackle, gets up across the 35 to the 37. That should be 1st down yardage, yep. Gain of about, we'll call it 8 on the play. And Versailles grinding the clock. Minute 34 to go here in quarter number 3. They lead Liberty Center 28-0. You know, I think we can look back last year as Tiger fans, and we can see against Waynedale how their turnovers really set the table for us on a wet field. And when momentum gets flowing one way, it's tough. And right now it's in Versailles. Here's the give to Borcher. He delays, fights his way forward up to the 45, gain of 6.
Yeah, and with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter in this 1998 Division 5 championship game, we've got a light rain falling, Spike.
Yeah, certainly rather chilling effect here. I think now, Jim, certainly things don't look really peachy keen for Liberty Center, but the important thing now, and this is just not a one game or a one season thing. This is an ongoing program here at Liberty Center, and I think it's important for the kids battling there all the way. You've got examples to set. Now the give to the fullback. His burst forward, good for about 4, and that's close to a 1st down.
Yeah, Spike, last night at pep session at Liberty Old High School gym, Coach Lindgren said that Versailles was good. In fact, they mirror Liberty Center and what they try to do and what they can and usually do. And he says, quite frankly, they're the program we want to be sometime. And certainly he was alluding to the fact that they have hung up many championship banners and have been in this playoff picture just time and time again. And you get that by having a program. Well, Liberty Tigers, they have a program. They're well respected, and everybody around the state knows where they're at. But they're kind of getting a lesson here today by the Versailles Tigers. But Liberty Center can be proud. They played long and hard. Good football to get here. It's just a question of Versailles getting the breaks and maybe coming up with a plan that sort of had us off balance and put up some quick points and sort of made them stand up.
Well, you know, the Tiger defense, they put up some good stops, you know, and they forced Versailles to punt the football, but the early breaks did go Versailles' way, and eventually it wore down the defense, and they through the great work of Chardot, the quarterback, kept Liberty off balance. You know, Coach Hetrick here or there at Versailles, his record over 31 years, he averages 9.5 wins a season for 31 years. Only 2 losses per year. Now, you don't get that by accident. Now, when you look at Coach Lindgren's record at Liberty Center, he came here, took over a program that certainly was down, but he turned things around. He went 0-10 his first year, Only a couple of 3 wins the second year. But you throw those first 2 years out, Coach Lingren averaging 8.5 wins a season and 2 losses. So things are, for the most part, good at Liberty Center. Now here's the pitch to Borcher. Borcher up over midfield, gain of maybe 3 on the play. And in the early going here in quarter number 4, it's Versailles, if you've just tuned in, 28. And unbelievably, that highly regarded quick striking Tiger offense has been shut out to this point. It's 28-0 Versailles. 11.5 to go in quarter number 4. Versailles now coming out in a tight set. 2 tight ends, wing left. Back on either side of the quarterback. Here is the give straight ahead to Borcher. Leaps over one tackler. Down to the 40-yard line to the 39, and a Versailles 1st and 10.
You know, as we watch Mr. Borchard going through for good yardage interior there against the Tigers, I have to believe he's probably the best running back they faced all year long, Spike. I don't know how he stacks up with sheer quickness, but boy, he is hard to tackle.
Well, and he has the, you know, it's not quick shiftiness, but he is able to swing his hips and he's able to follow his blockers. Very, very accomplished runner. Now, 2 wide outs to the wide side right, to the short side right, excuse me. Give straight ahead to the fullback. Hit by Sattler, and at this point, an unnamed Tiger lineman under the pile. Hit there by Sharp on the initial hit. Gain of, we'll say, 3 on the play. It will be 2nd down and 7 at the Liberty Center 36. I backfield, wing split wide left. Here is the give to Flippo. Flippo hit by Sattler, and Schwab coming across. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short. 3rd, and we're going to call it a long 2 for Versailles.
Now, see, we came into this game knowing that Versailles, about 3/4 of the time, likes to run the ball. Well, at this point in the game, that's what they are doing, and, you know, it chews the clock up and also wears down the Tiger defense. But, wow, Spike, if you could just wipe off maybe half a dozen big plays that Versailles had, this would be a heck of a game.
Well, Tigers have been close to breaking some big ones, but hey, sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. Here we go now, straight ahead give to Borcher, and hit by Amstutz, taking him out at the ankles, and he is going to be short of a 1st down. Only a yard gain on the play. Good job by Amstutz. 4th down and 1. Clock winding down now, Jim, and the Tiger hopes to only have 9 minutes to rest on. Certainly it would take something close to a miracle here.
Well, I think at this point, too, the Tigers want to score. I mean, they want to score. They have put Pastings up, goose-egged a lot of opponents.
That Tiger crowd. Boy, they haven't quit. And that's what Liberty Center football is all about. It's not one game, it's not one season. That's 75 years of Tiger tough guy tradition. Now the give, and he stopped! They got him stopped! Quarterback tried to keep it himself. He stuffed at the 30, and I believe Liberty Center held. All right, there's a little Tiger pride. All right, they're excited. That's a good job by Liberty Center. No quit there.
Oh, yeah. No, we're seeing 2 wonderful teams here. They have storied programs. They have coaches that have built programs. And this is just good high school football, Spike. But the wrong Tigers are on the low end of the score.
Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, so far you're right. 8:29 to go, and for the 2nd time in this game, Liberty Center with a heroic defensive stop on 4th and short. Tigers now with 2 wide outs either side. McClure and Zider in the backfield. Shaddy back to throw. He's got time. He throws it deep. It's up there. Smith goes up, and the jump ball overthrown. You know, that wind is really taking the football. Jesse went up for it, and the ball carried over his head. You know, that does make for tough conditions out there. Now the Tigers facing 2nd down and 10. You know, and another thing, Versailles has played pretty much error-free offensive football.
Yeah, they have. They've made the fewest mistakes, the fewest mental mistakes, and just an excellent football team. You can't take anything away from them, Spike.
Yep. Tiger fans urging their charges on. Shaddy back to throw. He's got Smith open, caught over there, makes a move. It's a Tiger first down across the 40 and up to the 44-yard line.
Well, everybody in the stadium knows that Shaddy's going to pass, and yet the offensive line has given him just enough time, and Shaddy, like the mature quarterback he has become this season, stepped in there and threw a strike when they had to have it, Spike.
Yep, that's right. Now we've got Smith wide out. We got Axon wide left, and I believe it's Smith wide to the right side, the short side of the field. Shaddy, quick three-step drop. Here's the lob, just overthrown. Beautiful call. Just off the fingertips of tight end Tim Huff. Boy, Jim, that could have been good for about 20 yards. But, hey, that's the breaks of the game. The ball floating a little in this with the stiff breeze to the Tigers, Liberty Tigers' backs.
Oh, everybody would feel good if the Tigers could break a big one here. Of course, it's an uphill battle because Versailles knows they've got to pass.
Yep, Versailles coming out of that six-man line, now 4 down linemen. They've got 3 linebackers. Tigers spread right. Shaddy back to throw. He lobs it deep for Huff. Huff trying to run it. It's caught! A great catch by Tim Huff! Tim Huff, I'm telling you, what a set of hands! He was picked up all over the place, laying on his back, and Tim, with one of the greatest catches you're ever going to see in high school football, hauled it in down at the 15-yard line. There ain't no quitting these Liberty Tigers, Jim.
Oh, that was excellent concentration by Huff, and Shaddy just threw it as hard as he could down there, knowing that his tight end was going to have to make the play, and he did.
That's right. That's what Tiger football is all about. They got Axon wide left, Smith wide right. Shaddy back to throw. It's up. It's caught by Smith at the 4. Tackled right away. Liberty Center moving the chains, moving the football, and it's going to be first and goal on the 4-yard line of Versailles.
Well, you see them executing like this and making plays click, and you just wonder, man, where was that spark? Where was that spark? But it's just a fragile thing, and boy, they're just doing their best, but they're banging on the door now, Spike.
All right, 2 tight ends set, Atkinson wing right, 2 backs in the backfield. Here's the play action. Shaddy lobs it deep, and just over the head of Atkinson. Shaddy threw it the only place he could. It was either Atkinson reception for the score, or it was going to be incomplete. Tigers now with 3 more downs just inside the 4-yard line. We're going to call it 4 yards to go.
You know, nice thing about a passing attack, Spike, it uses very little clock, so who knows if the Tigers get one in here and can bounce some breaks their way, we've got football to play.
All right, 7:13 on the clock. Tigers of Liberty Center on the 4. Atkinson wing right, 2 tights. Here's the pitch to Zeider. Breaks a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown! Mike McClure with a big hit out there on 54, the linebacker who penetrated. Zeider following the block, in for the score, and they're on the board. It's Versailles 28, Liberty Center 6.
Oh, that feels good. That feels good being a Liberty Tiger to hear that crowd roar and just know the boys, yeah, you can get in that end zone. It was hard today, but they're in there now, and the passing attack didn't take much time off the clock, Spike.
Yep, that's right. We still have 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Tigers now within 3 scores. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Todd Spangler on the field. The Tigers appear to will go for the kick. We got a flag down. What kind of a chicken crap call is this? Delay a game. Well, all right. Well, not much difference really, Jim. The ball moves out to the 8-yard line. Certainly won't be a problem for Thunderfoot.
Yeah. Tigers moved the ball so well on that possession that you just think, well, can we do it again? But we got to stop them. We got to have a 3 and out as the Tigers play defense after this play.
Here's the snap, hold by Zeider. It's good. Spangler's kick. He drives it through. That's the power in his leg. He didn't hit it real square, but he had the strength to drive it straight through the uprights. And Liberty Center, to their credit, didn't get stupid. They didn't try for some kind of a, to go for the 2-point conversion here.
Yeah.
With down by 3 touchdowns. Certainly you need to get close, and you don't want to put yourself in a hole. So now, Jim, 7-10. Certainly it's not over yet. Tiger fans haven't quit, and neither have this Tiger ball team.
Well, the rain is kind of let up. It's a real gray, heavy day. It looks like a football day, and it's just nice to see the Tigers rise to the excellence that we've come to know and expect out of these Tigers we love.
Yep. Now Versailles certainly expecting some bit of play acting here on the Tigers. Liberty Center wanting to create something. They've got their wind at the back. Are they going to drive the ball deep, or are they going to onside kick the thing? Versailles was 6 people up at the 50-yard line. And Liberty Center lining up. They've got all 10 men over here on the left side.
I think you got
Versailles is not selling out to it, though. Spangler over there by himself.
I think you got to try the onside thing, because that ball can bounce in crazy ways, and Tigers need to get their hands on it quickly.
All right, here it is. It's all or nothing on this one. Tigers come forward. Here it is. It gets a high bounce. It's going to be it's caught by Versailles at the 40-yard line. Boy, Jim, they got the bounce they wanted, but it came down, unfortunately, right in the hands of a Versailles player.
Yeah, and they might have given up, say, 10, 15 yards field position the way it's been working on the kickoffs, but you had to try that. But, okay, this is time for a 3-and-out. If those Liberty Center Tigers got it in them or could get a break, if they could have Lady Luck smile on them here to get their hands on that football, they could make it interesting.
Boy, listen to that roar. Those Liberty Center fans haven't quit. Boy, are they proud of their team. They respond to box, wanting support, and boy, their Tiger team getting it now. Versailles in a tight end or a wing left. The fullback maybe a yard on the play, but the Tiger defense stiffening here. Like you said, Jim, they need a 3-and-out. Clock at 7 minutes and running. Versailles 28, Liberty Center 7.
As we think of this Tiger season, and it was a wonderful season, going undefeated to win the NWAL League crown hasn't been done very many times, and then to play playoff football to this point, you just believe that we've seen them score so quickly, so many times, so many different ways, that a lot of things can happen, Spike, but they've got to stop this Versailles bunch.
Kind of a strange call here. We've got an official's timeout. When Versailles was happy to let the clock run. Now I wonder how much time they actually get, if they get any extra. Clock now at 6.5 minutes to go. Liberty crowd hollering for a big hit. There's Borcher, and he's brought down by Van Gunton. Another only a yard gain on the play. 3rd down and 8. Well, Jim, this is the big one. The Tigers have to hold here.
Yeah, the Tiger defense senses the urgency of the moment, and they're coming up good. I think this Versailles bunch is still blocking hard. I mean, there's just a literal war right on that line of scrimmage, but Liberty Tigers need one more stop.
Well, we might be behind, we might be down, but this is a beautiful thing. Our Tigers haven't given up yet at all, and neither of our fans. Here's the fake, drops back to throw. He's in trouble. Now he finally gets rid of it. It's up in the air for grabs, and it's incomplete. The Tiger defense stiffened there. He had his man open down the sideline, but he didn't have time to throw the football.
That's true. He had a nice pocket there, but some pressure beginning to develop from the Tigers, and he thought he'd tuck it down and run, but as he did, I believe it was, it was number 20 looking at him there, kind of preventing that, so then he launched it out there, and Tigers did what they had to. They put a stopping on, so they're going to get their hands on the ball. We're going to see some more passing.
Okay, time for a little bit of instant magic. Maybe Seth Atkinson back there is the lone setback, or lone deep back, can return one. Clock stopped there, and that's just another sign the Tigers have not quit. They stayed with the rush, and they forced him to throw it away. Here's the punt. A low spiraling kick. It's going to bounce away from Liberty Center. Atkinson looks at it and falls back. And the Liberty Center will take over. Clock stops at 5:38 on their own 22-yard line.
As we look at these orange-shirted Tigers from Versailles, they don't make any mistakes. I mean, you keep looking for a crack or something, a chink in their armor or whatever. Even on that punt, the punter very alertly sends it away from Seth Atkinson to prevent any possibility of a run back. This just is a wonderfully coached football team here, and we're really seeing something pretty. But come on, Liberty Tigers, here we go.
Okay, Atkinson lined up as a wing, way out on the left side, Smith on the right. Here's a straight ahead dive. Zeider hopefully looking to break something big up the middle.
Tripped up right on the line.
Yeah, maybe a yard on the play. That'll bring up second down, clock running, 5:23. Well, I think now, of course, Jim, it goes without saying it's imperative that our Tigers break something big here.
Second down, 10.
Huff coming out of the game. Tigers now will go with Atkinson in the wing right. Miller, the tight end, on the right. Smith on the left. Shaddy back, and he is smoked. He had no time that time, Jim. Rob, no choice there. He didn't even have time to throw it away.
Yeah, he had two receivers out, and then Jesse Smith threw a crowd over here nearest to us and was going deep, and boy, he didn't have time to look up.
Yep. Now Tigers facing a third and about 16. Ball on their own 16-yard line. They need to get the ball up to and just across their own 34. Clock running, 4:27. Wide outs to either side. Now we've got a flag on the play. Somebody must have lined up incorrectly.
Flag is down.
Yeah, Ryan Miller, they got him lined up offside.
Penalty will go against Liberty Center. It'll be a 5-yard walk-off. At this point in the ball game, really pretty much immaterial. Yeah. Whether you've got 16 or 21 yards to go, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they've got to have a good click on a pass here, Spike, to move the ball. Otherwise, they're going to have to give her back.
Yep. Clock stopped momentarily. Third down and 20. You know, the Liberty Center doesn't need to get the first down here. They've got 2 downs to go. But they do have to get it upfield. They've got to pick up probably a dozen or 15 yards here.
You got to have big pass block, and they're going to be coming.
Smith split out wide to the left. He's got single coverage. Shaddy back to throw. And hit again. Fumble in the backfield. I think they're going to rule he was down. Boy, I tell you, this Versailles team, knowing the situation, they're just pinning their ears back and really putting pressure on Shaddy. You know, Jim, looking to last year, you know, we lost a lot of good people. We lost our 2 starting linebackers. We lost our quarterback. We lost a great defensive end, Bush, great lineman. And you know, by losing the quarterback, that really, you know, who expected Liberty Center to ever be back this far? But here we are in the championship game, albeit behind, but here we are. Miller punt upfield. And finally rolls dead at the 45-yard line. Jim, I think that may have been the signal from Coach Lindgren. Time to call off the dogs. I think he's going to accept defeat possibly here. Tigers trailing by 3 scores with only 3 minutes to go. Attendance now shown on the clock, 7,408. Yeah, we're going to see some new faces in the Tiger defense. Now we'll have to scope out Versailles, see when they start to make a few changes. They still have their starting offense on the field. I expect them to, one at a time, start bringing them out. Here's the give to Borcher. He goes nowhere. Tiger defense still there, still battling.
Sean Borcher is the ball carrier. Tackled by Blake Lindgren.
Lindgren in on the hit.
Versailles Tiger fans are invited to a welcome home rally on Sunday beginning at 2 p.m. in the Versailles High School gym.
You know, the Tigers, Liberty Center Tigers stuffed a couple of starters back in there. Versailles not showing yet that they've quit. Clock it with 2.5 minutes to go. Here is the give to Flippo, and battles down across the 40 near the 35-yard line. It'll be short of a first down. 17 seniors this year, Jim, for Liberty Center. We've got number 2, Seth Atkinson. Number 3, Ryan Zeider. Number 5, Neil Dilbone. Number 11, Jesse Smith. Number 20, Chris Van Gunten. Number 24, Ryan Miller. Number 31, Mike McClure. Number 52, Scott Whitman. Number 54, Scott Sharp. Number 57, Brett Westhoven. Number 58, Brian Flory. Number 65, Dan Sattler. 66, Amstutz. Here's the third down call and short. Give to Borcher, and he's going to be in for a first down near the 32-yard line. Liberty Center coming up with a loose ball, but the officials ruled the play was dead. And to finish off that list of 17 seniors, we've got number 68, Larry Yaw, number 72, Brian Wesche, number 73, Andy Bloomfield, and number 88, Tim Huff. Jim, certainly one of the most talented groups to ever come through the Tiger program.
Oh, that's true, and they had a wonderful run. Of course, they were state champions last year. They've had some real battles against arch rival Patrick Henry, and they're right down here in Massillon playing again.
Okay, into the game now, some of those seniors. Here's the give to Borcher. Hit right there, tackle made by number 58, Brian Flory. Some of those seniors in there. Number 58, Brian Flory. Number 73, Bloomfield. Number 52, Whitman. Number 5, Neil Dilbone. Ryan Zeider into the game, or still in the game as a senior. Now checking in, number 68, Larry Yaw. Now the Versailles team, clock now down under a minute. They've got a few of their guys off there, but still a starting quarterback, still Borcher in there. Tigers show a little blitz. Westhoven made a great play, knifing in there. Brett Westhoven come fired in, nailed the quarterback. And I guess that's only fair. You know, when you got your starting quarterback in there, Jim, a clock under a minute, hey, why not take a lick? They're kind of pushing their luck in my book. Yep. That will bring up third down, and we're going to call it 5 yards to go. Clock at 36. Now there goes Ryan Zeider, closing out a tremendous career for Liberty Center. Yes. And also number 11, Jesse Smith coming off. Picks up a great run, a great hand. Good ovation for those two fine football players. Full house backfield. Chardot still starting quarterback in there. Here's the give straight ahead, and hit there first by Brian Flory, assisted by Bloomfield, Whitman, and number 50 number 60 Ryan Strayer. And that'll be fourth down, clock running at 18-17. That may have been the last play of the ball game. Checking in for Liberty Center, number 55, Zach Gramling. Clock under 10 now, running at 7, 6. Liberty Center now, good sportsmanship. They're not going to call a timeout. And there it is. Liberty Center made it to the state finals for the second year in a row. But they ran into, on this particular day, a team that had it going. Give credit to a fine, fine football team. The Versailles Tigers win out over a bloodied but certainly not unbowed Liberty Center Tiger football team. The final score, Versailles 28, Liberty Center 7.
never been any deeper than this. This group of boys and these fans have to have the most pride in the world. In the high school level, 25-1. We were undefeated as freshmen, undefeated reserves, and we only lost one game, and that was today. But what these kids have done, I'll go over a little bit of what the seniors have done. This is the first group, I think in probably the history of the school, from freshman to varsity, that won a total of 40 varsity games. Seventh, eighth graders, freshmen, they lost 2 games to lose a sophomore. 1 game. And I'm convinced that year if we could have made the playoffs, we'd have been in the state championships also. But we just missed the playoffs. Last year they won the state championship. And one of the main reasons that we won that state championship, along with the other great seniors that we had. And then this year we go and win the NWAL. First undefeated, untied season ever at the school. Regional championship, and an AP bowl championship, and then we're up in the state. That in itself is a lot to be proud of. The one thing that I really hate at playing in the state championship, and we've been on both ends. I mean, we won it and we lost it twice. And it's a shame that somebody has to go to that level and then somebody has to lose. Even when we win, I feel sorry for the team loses because we have accomplished so much. And sometimes people just kind of base the whole season on that one game. And that really isn't the case. I mean, that's really the showcase of their season. Unfortunately, we lost. But I'm going to tell you what, I've never been more proud of a group of kids that I've ever coached. Shape. They're still going to get pretty good shape. But I hope they took a lot of values with them that we go through with our program, the things we do Thursday nights, meals. They look pretty clean cuts. Might be the last time we see them all in ties, but they definitely look good every now. But I'm just very proud of them. Hopefully they'll take that with us, or take that with them when they go out into the real world and go from there. As far as the future, I'll tell you right now, we plan on doing that. I mean, you know, I know some people are going, oh, geez, there goes that great group, and it is a great group of kids. But we got a great group of kids coming back, too. There are just tons and tons of people that make up this football program. It's just not only the football players, the football coaches, it's their mother's club, the booster club, the administration, just everybody. I hate to start naming people because you won't believe how many people in it. People who do our videotapes, people have stats, write our stories. It's just one gigantic family, and that's what we are at Liberty Center. Fans are part of that, everybody, and that's what makes it so neat to live in Liberty Center. And that's what I don't know what else to say. I'd like to keep talking up here at times and that, but I'm gonna put the mic down, and if anybody else wants to talk, they can. But I just want to say that to our seniors, thank you. We appreciate everything you've done. Just continue to achieve. Remember what the T-shirt says, and keep at it. Thank you, fellas. We don't really have an explain here, but as Rex says, it's a family atmosphere. I think
a couple more for you, Ryan? Can you get a couple more for you? Say it.
I have to give him another one?
It was behind you. Right here.
I know his hand monitors.
Spike, get in there with your boy. You get hurt.
Oh yeah! Oh wait! I like that!
It might make it.
What you gotta do? Better be
Snapshot.
on there. Oh!
I don't know, I got 2 hours of tape, so I don't know what'll make it on and what won't.
Got it.
Back in here, Tom.
You running low on tape? It's running low on tape.
Well, I guess we should here's model support after the day off.
Well,
The Tiger drill today comes from the sounds of Billy Joel. Here's We Didn't Start the Fire. for their support throughout the season. There are no finer fans than you. The Swing Band presents to you for the final performance of the '98 season. Here's the Beach Boys, Barbara Ann.